Yeah, we're feeling pretty good. I haven't seen them since Wednesday night, but they were pretty good that night. And obviously, nice day to be out for a walk in the sun, so good.
What does tomorrow mean to you and mean to
Well, it's obviously the culmination of a hell of a lot of hard work. So to get the opportunity to be in a grand final again is pretty awesome. Yeah, so it's just that ability to hopefully take that final step and register a flag, which would be obviously amazing.
what would a win do tomorrow? What would it do for this side? Would it put them into dynasty territory? What does it do?
Well, every year is different. Obviously, there's always a change, some change throughout the group. So try to focus pretty much on this group and what they can hopefully do in this season. And all I know is they've just worked ridiculously hard since September, really. So it's been a long time coming. We've had a few little delays along the way. So to get here and to have that opportunity it's pretty special.
Your captain at Chelsea has described you as a creative mind, a quirky character.
Yeah.
What,
Do you want to tell her what she's like? About the same.
how do you use that? How do you channel that in the 24 hours leading up to the grand final?
Well, to be honest, there's not much left to do. Most of the preparation is done, and so come game day for coaches, it's kind of stress-free, really. We've sort of done all the work. So the last 24 hours is just sort of making sure that the group's in that good space, which I'm pretty sure they will be, and then sort of feet on the desk and sit back and enjoy the ride.
Can I just clarify that comment? You just said that the 24 hours before the grand final is stress-free.
Yeah, that's as I find it. No, I think from coaching, Monday to Friday is where you do the bulk of your work, and also obviously going back and planning throughout the whole season. So yeah, once you get to game day, if you haven't kind of done all the work by then, you're probably running a bit late. So yeah, we'll be right by tomorrow.
Some of those senior players at Chelsea that you can chat to about what opportunities or post training.
I reckon we'll go to the pub. Yeah. Yeah. No, not at all. No. There's been no conversations with anyone about what's anything beyond tomorrow, because why bother? Plenty of time to worry about that after tomorrow. So no, we're very focused on what's ahead.
What would you expect those conversations to take place?
Oh, in the weeks and months and years. No, I don't know. It's honestly something we haven't really even put our minds to, because there is the prospect of a short turnaround in the seasons, but even then, there's plenty of time for that.
The form line's neck and neck. Does that sort of give any cause to change the details or not? Sort of there's a bit of a question as to how you take on Melbourne.
With Melbourne?
On the board.
Yeah, I think obviously we've both gone 10-1 throughout the year, and they've got great spread of talent across the park. So in the end, we're mindful of all of their threats, but in the end, you can pretty much just put our best team out there and play the way we think we play best, and then the result will be what it'll be. We're confident, but we're realistic. Yeah, they've got some genuine talent and some threats out there, so it'll be a cracking game. It'd be very unexpected if it's not a really, really high quality game, I reckon.
Had 53,000 people for a grand final.
Yeah. Yeah, 55. Yeah.
Sorry.
No, it was 53, but I want 55 this time. No, I think the reality of that number is that it won't be that big. Well, anything's possible, but it's the COVID environment. People are a bit skittish on coming to the footy or just getting into crowded situations as it is, and also the timing of the game is probably not ideal for families, kids that have got sport, and last time out, all of those factors actually played in our favour. So. We'll get as many as we can get here. It'll be, any number above whatever we had last week will be amazing, because last week was great. It was a great atmosphere. So I'm sure it's going to be a really good day. The weather looks like it's going to be kind to us. So the more we can get here, the ability to play home grand finals, I think, is something that's really positive about the AFLW. And so for our fans to get that opportunity, hopefully they take it up.
Is what happened here last year front of mind tomorrow?
No, not for me. People don't believe me, but honestly, I've put it to bed and moved past it. So we know we have to be at our best every week, and that that's no different in every round that we've played this year. The competition's really good, and so therefore if you have a day where you're not at the best, or if you have an opponent who just plays out of their skin, then clearly you can lose. But we'll prepare ourselves to be at our best, and then if we do that, we'll be really confident that we can maybe get a result.
Surely you've used what happened here last year throughout this season in any way?
No, not at all.
Why is
Believe it or not, no, because that was then and this is now. So the reality is you can't go back. It'd be lovely to go back and say, oh, we should have done that and should have done that, but can't do it. It's done. So this is a new opportunity, new group, and different opponent, and so it's irrelevant really.
What about for someone like Chelsea who had to sit on the side?
You're not going to believe me until I tell you the 10th time, are you? No. I mean, but you have to talk to those individuals. Every individual has their own approach, and but I'm telling you what mine is.
How much will your grand final experiences count tomorrow?
Yeah, I've been asked that a few times, and I think potentially in the build-up in the week, some things like this, which aren't the norm, are that experience perhaps allows you to sort of be aware of what's coming. That the week-long process of the grand final, but in the game itself, I don't think it'll make that much difference. I think it's a game, and so all of the elements which are critical to winning any game will be the ones that matter, and the fact that there's a bigger prize on the end is what it is. It's as I say, I think the lead up there's potentially, because that is different. There's distractions, but the game itself is it's a game of footy.
How's Montana been this week after the decision the other night?
She's been amazing. I wasn't quite as good. I was frustrated. I thought that the system that we're operating under at the moment, where young players are having really big games denied to them, both in Montana's case and Eloise's case, on the basis of a very subjective assessment of the potential for harm, is really tough. And I'm unsure how anyone, given that parameter, would be able to come up with a really accurate and consistent assessment of all of the incidents that occur in every game. So I think that's a really tough challenge for whomever is charged with that, and the way the rule is structured is ruling out players under circumstances which I don't think are ideal. So I found that frustrating, but we work through the process, we respect the process, we sign up to be part of the competition and therefore to abide by the rules, and then once we'd followed that process through, then it was time to move on, and that's what we did. But to answer your question, Montana through that process was unbelievable, and come Wednesday night she was here helping her teammates trying to get ready, so it speaks pretty much volumes for her as a person.
How close have you come to taking it further?
Yeah, well, we assessed our probability of success, and against the way the rules are structured, we assessed that probability virtually zero. So we made a really strong case, we felt, at the tribunal hearing, and it fell short. So in the end, I think it was unrealistic to think that we were going to get a different outcome.
Question. So last time we played the Gs, the scoreline probably wasn't reflective of the dominance. What did you take out of that game?
Yeah, I've had a bit of a look at it this week. I don't read too much into the team. It was quite different, and the venue was different, so that maybe makes it slightly less relevant again. And it was quite a long time ago. So, but what we did that day well is, as we kind of alluded to earlier, we played the way we wanted to play in terms of bringing a lot of pressure. We were able to hold the ball in our end for good chunks of the game. The things that all the teams are trying to do. We were able to do that day, and so that suggests that we can, and I guess we've demonstrated that we can across the course of the season. So that's probably what we'd take out of it.
Question from the newsroom, so don't shoot the messenger.
Yeah.
One of your former players is in a pretty high-profile court case this week. Have you been following it?
I haven't been following it closely. I was aware that that the case was coming up. Probably, I don't know, maybe 5 or 6 weeks ago. I checked in to see when it was coming to the fore. But to be honest, I haven't actually followed it closely, other than to see it as part of the headlines.
Has she had much contact with the group over the past week and the past few
Yeah, not significant. No, she's obviously got a lot of other stuff going on in life at the moment, which is her primary focus, and we understand that.
Would you welcome that?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that'd be fine. Yeah.
And just lastly, just the over the right shoulder, what would you like to be doing tomorrow?
Well, I think everyone wants to get one of them. That's why we sign up to the league, and yeah, clearly it's the ultimate prize. It's what every player and obviously then coaches by extension are chasing, and so yeah, that's what we're here for. We're going to try and get hold of it.